Thank you for joining us with Maths by El Profelo. In our last video, we looked at the least non-negative residue modulo 26 of 442, which is a fancy way of saying, hey, how many are left over from 442 if I get groups of 26, right? So the equivalence relation I could write like this, the congruence I could write like this. So 442 is equivalent to x mod 26, and that was 0. Okay, because 442 is divisible by 26. Okay, and right, we could say this since 26 is a divisor of 442. Okay, now find the least non-negative residue modulo 89 of negative 531. So for this one, we would say negative 531 is going to be equivalent to some x mod 89. So in other words, if I was doing things in groups of 89, what would I have as a remainder with negative 531? Okay. Well, a way that I can do this on my calculator is to say negative 531 divided by 89. This gives me a negative answer. I'm going to add 6 so that I get only the positive decimal, right? And why positive decimal? Because it says non-negative residue. So I'm going to add 6, and that gives me my positive decimal. Multiply that number by 89, and that's 3. And so my solution here, right? My solution here would be negative 531 is equivalent to 3 mod 89. Okay. Now, what's a way that you could think about this as well? Well, a way that you could think about this is as follows, right? So let's say I had negative 531. So I had a ledger balance for something that was 531 short. And I can get items in groups of 89. So it's saying, as I get these items in groups of 89, how many will I have left over once I hit the positive, or once I get out of the negative? Well, if I add 89 once, I add 89 again, add 89 a third time, I'm still in the negative. Add 89 a fourth time, add 89 a fifth time, still in the negative. But what happens when I add 89 a sixth time? Now I'm going to have 3 left over. So that's a way that you can think about these residues modulo a number, right? We're saying, hey, let's take things in these groups, and how would it work? All right. This has been Maths with El Profelo. We've got one more problem in this series.